Hello and good morning. It's Monday morning, and before we get started with the new week, I wanted to take a look back to last week and shout out some of the great work that went down. So let's take a look at the sketchbooks and see how the portraits are going. And right off the bat, we're finding some great work. Shout out to Zach for this outline. Look how insanely accurate the size and shape is. Great start on Kevin Hart there. Shout out Zach. And shout out to Sarah for her work on this portrait of Ariana Grande. Check out this blind contour. Shout out to Kate. And shout out to Dusty for a great start on this portrait of John Wayne. Shout out to Jenna for this drawing of Rihanna. And you know that Jenna is checking to make sure that she's putting her facial features in the right location because she didn't put the mouth right smack dab in the middle of the face. She made sure that it was placed accurately, a little bit closer to the right side of the face than the left. Whoa, incredible start here by Becca. You can see that the facial features are dead on accurate. You can also see evidence of where she's been taking her measurements and giving herself those little dots as a guideline. Excellent work. Shout out Lucas, who's going for a self-portrait here. You can see how those facial features are really matching up. We're starting to see it come to life. Shout out to Aiden. We've got a really nice blind contour there, leading into a solid start on the next page. If I can turn the page. Thumbs, why won't you work? Really accurate beginning of an outline there. Shout out Aiden. Shout out to Ryan for this blind contour of who I'm pretty sure is Jacksepticeye. If I'm wrong on that, apologies to the gaming community. And then on the next page, an awesome start to that realism. Realistic outline in the right size and location. The facial features are realistic and drawn from the visual brain. Big shout out to Ryan. Check out Cameron's work with Odell Beckham Jr. Especially good work with the shape of the eyes. Notice that is a realistic eye shape based on Odell Beckham's eyes, not a cartoon eye. Shout out to Colby for his work here. You can really see how the ear and the B logo on the helmet are drawn using those blind contour skills to make them look realistic. And shout out to Miss Carol and her portrait of Kylie Jenner. And shout out to Daniel for this drawing of a YouTube gamer. Shout out to Jay Sean for this blind contour drawing of Little Yachty. Check out Liz's start on her portrait. You can really see how she has measured out the size of the face and then connected the dots with accurate lines. Shout out Liz. Shout out to Maeve. Check out that blind contour. That is what a true blind contour with no cheating, no peeking, and insanely close observation looks like. Stellar work there. And then you can see what it leads to, which is an insanely realistic and detailed start to the hand and the nose of that horse. Shout out to Alex, who is drawing songwriting legend Johnny Cash. Awesome first go there, but Alex is going to try to push his skills even further and get a little more accurate on a second go, which is really how the process works. Your second one will always be better than your first, and you can see evidence of that in Alex's start on his second draft. Shout out to Allison for her start with this portrait of Billie Eilish. And shout out to Hannah for her portrait, also of Billie Eilish. It's interesting to see who trends each semester. Last semester, the most popular portrait by far was of the late rapper XXXTentacion. And this semester, the most popular person by far is this musical performer, Billie Eilish. And shout out to Elson, who has been progressing like crazy over the past few days. Check out his first portrait of this guy who goes by the moniker of Laser Beam. There's Elson's first one, and then check out what he did the next day when he came in. Kicked it off with a nice blind contour to start, and then really took his portrait up to the next level. Awesome work. I'd love to see you guys get better and grow your skills as you keep practicing with this. Shout out to Olivia Moore. Whoa, shout out to Guillermo for drawing Martin Luther King one day. Nice sketch. And this guy the next. Really good work. Those facial features are on point. Guillermo, make sure you pay attention to how close the top of the head comes to the top of the page, because if you stretch this guy out a little bit, that would be dead on. Awesome work. And wow, shout out to Kaylee. Insane accuracy on that portrait. Shout out to Landon. Really good work, especially on those eye and eyebrow shapes and that ear shape. Killing it. And shout out to Jonathan for this portrait of his great-great-grandfather, Lord Albert Cucumberhead IV. Whoa, shout out to Jason. Awesome portrait of this guy whose name is Jace. And shout out to Megan, who's holding it down for the XXX Tentacion fans with this portrait. Shout out to Braden. This is what a blind contour should look like. Amazing work on that. And then, excellent start on this portrait. Look at how accurate and detailed the shapes of those dreads are. Shout out Braden. That's all for now. I'll shout some more people out later this week once we have some more progress. Let's get focused, centered, and see how realistically we can draw these portraits. Let's go.